So much thamium. Oh my gosh. Hit the thamium jackpot. This planet is psychedelic. Okay, so no animals or plants on this planet. Listen to that wind noise, though. That's really cool. Okay, so it looks like... What are we looking at here? What is this? It's, exhausting. Running around is so exhausting. What is this? Okay, it's nothing. It's just the texture on the planet that's all weird like that. Wild! I'll grab that plutonium crystal while I'm here, I guess. That's definitely emerald, right? Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna waste my time mining everything. I will grab this thamium. And a little plutonium, and then we'll get out of here. This is kind of a dead world, and, you know... So much thamium. Oh my gosh. Hit the thamium jackpot. Won't need any suit power for a while. I like the wind noise that I'm hearing. It's just really interesting. Okay. And that's probably iridium, right? It won't tell me. Okay. Why doesn't it tell you? Seriously. Hang on. We've got thamium coming out of our ears right now. I don't need chrysolite. Do need carbon. I don't need emerald. Put that in there. Keep the titanium in the ship. Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, we'll get back to our ship in a second and just get off this planet. But this is just incredibly cool looking. It's like an empty world. Oh, I gotta walk right past the thamium. Like the mountains of thamium. These are different thamium. They look like red grapefruits. Chat's asking if I've played this game before. Yes. I played some at launch and enjoyed it, but thought it was really missing a lot. And then when they had their big update, yeah, there's iridium. Okay. I could sit here and mine iridium. How much is iridium worth? 192 for 2, so it's worth less than... But is this iridium too? Yeah, it is. You know what? We're here on the planet. Let's go ahead and just mine this chunk of iridium real quick. Iridium's used for a lot of stuff, so we'll go ahead and just grab this real quick while we're at it. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I played the game at launch, enjoyed it, felt like it was missing a lot of things, which it was. And then with their first update, I played a bunch of survival mode. And I like to play where I only have one life. So I like to go ahead and just play a one life playthrough where if I die, that's it. I don't respawn. That's the game. And I start over. Well, on survival mode, I was just getting so punished all the time. Like, I didn't have a character go more than 20 hours, I think. No, 10 hours. I had a 10-hour character. That was the longest I made it. And it's super punishing. It's not just that it's... Is that actually rock? I think it might be. Yeah, okay. It's not just that the game punishes you in survival mode. The bigger problem is, well, for me, the way I was playing, I just wanted to see more of the game, right? Like, I would play and play and play, and then not, you know, and then die, and like, oh, I made it to the next system over, you know? So I decided I was going to try on normal instead of survival. Because like I said, I like to play one life. I don't like to respawn. So that's what we're doing now. We're doing a normal playthrough, no respawns. If we die, that's it. But I don't imagine I'm going to die real fast on normal. Just because the game is not that hard. It's really not. Let's see here. We've got Thamium for days. Let's go ahead and charge the Thamium. But yeah, I've played a lot of No Man's Sky. But I've never really, like, done, like, the main story or anything like that. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do with this character. Try to build a... I know there's a Sentinel. I just saw him. Yeah, here he comes. Okay. Let's go hide from him for a minute. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to do the main story and, like, get a character farther along, rather than, you know... It's very difficult to do that in survival mode. Like, in survival mode, you're just... You can't do anything but, you know, try to survive. And it's punishing. It's really punishing. I have... If you look up my YouTube channel, you'll see some games that I have a lot of fun playing survival, really do, but I don't get to see the game, enough of the game, is what I guess I'm getting at. Like, I want to see more of the game, and it's difficult to do that on survival. Which I'm sure is why the game is balanced the way it is. Like, normal is balanced normal is really very easy. Like, I've had one animal attack me in a couple hours of playing. That's it. Just one. So... Yeah, I've thought about using mods as well, but I don't personally want to do any cheat mods, just because, you know, I don't like cheating. I really don't like the game to be easy. I want it to be difficult, which is why I put restrictions on myself, like no respawns and stuff like that. But I wish normal mode was slightly more difficult. And survival mode, like I want a mode that's like barely between survival mode and normal, you know? Like, I feel like that would be the sweet spot for me. Survival mode is just, it's so punishing you can't enjoy the game. That's the problem I have with it, right? And normal mode just feels a little too easy to me. So, like, I wish there was an in-between thing. If there was a mod that would let me modify, like, the normal difficulty to make it a little bit harder, I would be all for that. Like, I would install it in a second. Because, like I said, I'd like it to be a little bit more difficult. Like, for example, in survival mode, when you have to launch your spaceship, right? Your launch thrusters. It takes 100% of launch thrusters, so that's 150... It's either 150 or 200 plutonium. to launch your ship. Every single time you want to land that's not on a pad, it takes 200 plutonium to launch yourself again. Which is utterly punishing. Right? It's like, it means that you can't land anywhere. You know, you can't land anywhere that there's not plutonium next to. So, like I said, you really can't explore very much because, you know, you've got to find a landing pad to land, which means I'm flying around most of the time trying to find a landing pad to land on a planet because I can't afford 200 plutonium to launch my ship every time I need to launch my ship. It's brutal. But on normal mode, right, it's 25% to launch your ship. So that's either like 38 plutonium or 50 plutonium, right, to launch your ship. Well, that, I mean, I get that from like almost every crystal that I encounter gives me 50 plutonium, right? So that feels a little too easy. Like, why is it not, why wouldn't you balance it in the middle where it's like 100 plutonium to launch, right? Like, that to me seems like a good amount. But, you know, I guess they really wanted to make sure that people had a hardcore experience on survival, which is cool. I like that, but it means that you can't enjoy the game. So I guess what I'm asking for is a mode in which I can enjoy the game and still be able to explore. I want a mode that's difficult, but not so difficult that I can't explore the planet and have fun with the game, right? Like, that's what I'm really after. Because otherwise, what are you doing? You're in survival mode, you're just trying not to die all the time. Like, that's the only thing that you're doing. You can't have any fun, you can't, you know, oh, let me walk over this mountain and see what's on the other side. No, you can't, because you'll die if you do that, you know? And almost all the planets are punishing in some way, you know? Even the nice planets have, like, attack sentinels. So it's like, you really don't enjoy the game at that level of difficulty. It's not that I can't play at that level of difficulty. I can and have played many times at that level of difficulty, but it's just so punishing. How much iridium am I getting out of all this? So much iridium. This was an enormous stack of iridium. I don't know if I need iridium for anything, but I might as well just keep some around. Like, there's tons. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, that's the problem, right? Like, if you land your ship and there's not plutonium nearby in survival mode, you're dead. Period. Like, that's the end of the game for you. And that's not fun. That's not how I want to play, right? So I quit. I quit survival mode for the moment, and I'm just playing normal mode. Okay, so let me make sure that I'm not taking plutonium that I need. Okay, so that's plutonium in my... Yeah, okay. I still have tons of plutonium. That's fine. Actually, let me... Okay, yeah, I see. I can't charge with this, but I can charge my gun. Okay, alright. Get some water. I wonder if you can get bases on dead worlds. Not that you would want to. because Dead World, but... I think after I get this Iridium, I'm going to head back to the starship. To the space station, I mean, and sell. Okay. Did we get it all? Gotta make sure and clean up every little piece in this deposit. Apparently. That was a lot of Iridium. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright. Okay, let's get that thammium on the way back.
Life support power low.
So we can charge our life support. Get back to the ship. There's a ton of Iridium. Ton of thammium too. There's just so much resources here. Dead Moon has great resource. Look at this. I'm on the way back and there's like tons of plutonium and thammium and more plutonium. This is a really cool planet. It's got this really bizarro pink and yellow aesthetic that's just funky. Alright. Alright. That's enough. I've taken enough from this planet. Alright. So we've got... Okay. So let's put this Iridium over there. So... that wasn't that much Iridium, actually. It was only 700 Iridium, truthfully. Okay. Maybe it wasn't worth it. Okay. Let's go ahead and charge the life support with some of this thammium. And then we'll charge the launch thruster with some of this plutonium. Okay. Alright, so back to the space station, which was where? I want to figure it out. I think it's close, right? It's just like right here. Yeah. Alright, we'll get over here. We're gonna sell most of this Iridium. Sweet. Alright, sell Iridium. Like I said, I want to at least land on each of the planets and check them out in this system before moving on to the next one. I don't know why you would just leave, you know? Alright. Sell items. Starship inventory. Sell the emerald. Okay, so 720, almost 1,000 emerald. It was a little over 1,000 emerald. Got me 200 Gs. And this iridium is only getting me... You sell 500 iridium. Sure.
Units received.
Keep some iridium around for like ship upgrades and stuff. Chat's asking me how the grind's going. Got a goal or just getting established? The goal is to... Let's go back to the ship and save. The goal is to, for this character, for this playthrough, is I want to do the Atlas path. And just see a little bit more of the game. I don't know if I'm going to race to the center. If this character... I'm playing one life, so once I die, if I die, that's it, right? So